I'm just gonna show you some of the work I did over the past 2 years. And some pictures will have stories and others will just be pictures. You will see the name Jesus quite often. Graffiti is kind of an explicit art form. It's very in your face, and in that sense my faith is also very in your face. This one says truth, and besides is know the truth and the truth will set you free. A sentence that most people will know. I did this one with a friend of mine from Arizona who came over to the Netherlands, and he is partly Native American, and so he's really involved in the getting justice for what's been happening there for the past 200 years. So enough is enough, and it's time to for equality. That's well, this is basically my natural habitat. It's the places I like to be and the most, the free and sort of the rough edges of society. This one says peace, and in Dutch it says next to it, religion brings war and Jesus brings peace. Of course, there's a lot of different definitions for religion, but I think you get what I'm getting at. Pray for Mosul. Now we all have seen what's been happening in Iraq, and sometimes I feel it doesn't get enough attention in the regular media. So this is a cry for that. I started working somewhat more wild and expressionistic lately, and it's something I really like, because I can make very big artworks in a very short amount of time. And I'm kind of treading the rules of graffiti in that as well, because most of the artists want you to make really neat and conformist artwork in a sense, which is weird for a non-conformist subculture. So, and to give you a picture, an artwork like this takes about 2 hours to create. And the small text, I don't know if you can read it, says, "This world has only one king." And within the graffiti scene, the word king is what you call yourself if you have like your name up all over the city. And so I work in a collective as well. It's called Gospel Graffiti. You can find it online at gospelgraffiti.com. And every year we try to have a meeting where we get together with as much of the artists as possible. And in, what was this? I think 2013, the whole group came to the Netherlands. Like half of the group is from California and Canada. So it was really special to have them over here, and because often the Dutch are far more wealthy than the average American. So it's easy for us to go over there and do our thing and travel a bit. But and so this was made with 8 people. It was in a playground next to a school, and it was kind of nice to do a complete alphabet. I don't know if you can see it, but it's from A to Z completely. And last year we had the meeting in Hawaii, and I can all hear you thinking, what a terrible place to paint. So it was really amazing. We worked there with an organization called Surfing the Nations. It's sort of a Bible school, and now what did they do? They do a whole lot of things. Let me see. This was the main wall that we painted there, and the interesting thing is that they chose a spot for their campus, and they just started buying out all the businesses that were in there before. And this was one of the, I think one of the most terrible places on that island. And the wall that you see now, right inside there is a church now. But if you look on Google Street View, you'll still see the signs up for the strip club that was it before. So it's really interesting to see that an organization that wants to bring the gospel into the world just makes a very practical decision to just get rid of all that shady stuff in the middle of town, because it was right on the main road of that town. And like, I think it's 6 how do you call it, winkelpanden. Shops and stuff like that, and all of them were like strip clubs, shady cafes where you could buy drugs, and now it's they have a second-hand store, a food bank for poor people, a nice coffee shop, and not the Dutch type. So it's really, they painted everything nice, and they really make a difference in everybody who's passing by there every day. And there's like thousands of people driving by this spot every day. They see the change that the gospel can make in a very practical sense. So that was really amazing to be a part of. And this wall also, I think we painted it with 10 people, and it's kind of freestyle. We just attacked it, and this is what came out. So, and these are the peoples. So, as you can see, a very nice mixed group. This one was in June last year. So not this last June, but this was done with a friend of mine from Los Angeles. He came over to travel Europe with me, and we had been talking this for quite a while that we wanted to visit Auschwitz. We both have a passion for history and for keeping it alive. So we both have never been there, of course, and we thought we'd visit it and make some art about it. And along the way we came up with this concept, and we made this in Prague, where my brother lives, and we had no clue where we were going to paint it. So we came there on a Saturday evening, and next morning we went to church with my brother, and we accidentally walked by this wall, and apparently this is called the John Lennon Wall in Prague, and it's has been a wall where you could freely express your stuff, your opinion since the communist times, and we thought, it's a very nice place to paint this message, and it was very interesting to see the reactions of people, because it really touched, especially with the older people. It really touched their heart that there were young people bringing this topic still. And the text on top is from Revelations. He will wipe all the tears from their eyes, and death shall be no more. And that was it. Thank you.